Page number 257, last paragraph. The growth of communalism. The fifth important development was the growth of communalism. Once again, the elections for the legislative assemblies, organized on the basis of restricted franchise and separated electorates, had produced separatist sentiments. Moreover, the Congress failed to win many seats reserved for the minorities. It won 26 out of 482 seats reserved for Muslims, and even out of these 26 seats, 15 were won in the northwestern frontier provinces. Through the Muslim League, too did not capture many of these seats. Though the Muslim League did not capture many of these seats. The Hindu Mahasabha also failed miserably. Moreover, the landlord and moneylender parties fared badly in the elections. Seeing that the Congress had adopted a radical agrarian program and the peasant movement was growing, landlords and moneylenders began to shift their support to the communal parties. They found that an open defense of their interest was no longer possible in the era of mass politics. It was now that the communal parties began to gather strength. The Muslim League, led by Jinnah, turned to bitter opposition to the Congress. It began to spread a cry that Muslim minority was in danger of being engulfed by the Hindu majority. It propagated the unscientific and unhistorical theory that Hindus and Muslims were two separate nations which could therefore never live together. In 1940, the Muslim League passed a resolution demanding partition of the country and the creation of a state to be called Pakistan after independence. The Muslim League propaganda gained by the existence of such communal bodies among the Hindus and the Hindu Mahasabha. As the Hindu Mahasabha, the Hindu communalists echoed the Muslim communalists by declaring that the Hindus were a distinct nation and that India was the land of the Hindus. Thus, they too accepted the two-nation theory. They actively opposed the policy of giving adequate safeguards to the minorities so as to remove their fears of domination by the majority. In one respect, Hindu communalism had even less justification. In every country, the religious or linguistic or national minorities have, because of their numerical position, felt at one time or the other that their social and cultural interests might suffer. But when the majority has by word and deed given proof that these fears were groundless, the fears of the minorities have disappeared. But if a section of the people belonging to the majority becomes communal or sectional and starts talking and working against the minorities tend to feel unsafe. Communal or sectional leadership of minorities is then strengthened. For example, during the 1930s, the Muslim League was strong only in areas where Muslims were in a minority. On the other hand, in such areas as Northwest Frontier Province, the Punjab, the Sindh, Bengal, where the Muslims were in a majority and therefore felt relatively secure, the Muslim League remained weak. Interestingly enough, the communal groups, Hindu as well as Muslim, did not hesitate to join hands against the Congress. In the Northwest Frontier Province, the Punjab, Sindh and Bengal, the Hindu communalists helped the Muslim League and other communal groups to form ministries which opposed the Congress. Another characteristic the various communal groups shared was their tendency to adopt pro-government political attitudes. It is to be noted that none of the communal groups and parties which talked of Hindu and Muslim nationalism took active part in the struggle against foreign rule. They saw the people belonging to other religions and the nationalist leaders as their real enemies. The communal groups also shied away from the social and economic demands of the common people, which, as we have always seen above, were being increasingly taken up by the nationalist movement. In this respect, they increasingly came to represent the upper class vested interests. Thank you everyone for tuning in. In the next part, we are going to start with the next paragraph on page number 259 that starts with the speech of Jawaharlal Nehru. Thank you for tuning in and all the best for exams. Do share and subscribe the channel for more videos like this. Thank you.